Good morning, everybody, and can I please thank the people of New South Wales for their outstanding support during the COVID pandemic. We know that for many of our community leaders, our religious leaders, it has been an incredibly challenging time. Every religion has encountered their major holy days, their major traditions and rituals impacted by COVID. And I just want to thank the community leadership, our religious leaders and community leaders who've gone above and beyond to get the messages out to their community about how to stay COVID safe. And that is so important. Now we are entering the next important phase of our battle with COVID. We need to make sure that all of our citizens, all of our communities from different backgrounds, from right across the state, whether in Greater Sydney or in our rural and regional communities or our regions, have the vaccination. Our communities getting vaccinated means we keep New South Wales safe, we keep our loved ones safe, and we can continue to have a normal way of life. But I also know that many communities have strong links to families and friends overseas, and if we want to consider opening up our international borders in the future, we need to make sure our communities are safe. So I deeply want to thank all of the religious and community leaders that are here today spreading the message. Everybody here has either had the first dose or will be getting the first dose today by way of example. And we also want to make sure through New South Wales Health that we have good information to all of our communities to get the updated information to make sure that their GPs or their health experts have the information they need to make sure community members feel confident and safe in getting the vaccines. I also want to thank the ethnic media and ethnic press that are here today. Your job is so important in making sure you help us get the message out. And can I thank all of you who work very hard to get that message out? And especially today for coming all the way out to Homebush, which is one of 100 sites across New South Wales where people can get the vaccine in addition to, of course, their GPs. We know there are very many GPs with strong links to their communities, especially those from diverse or non-English speaking backgrounds. And we know those GPs are also very critical in supporting our efforts in getting people vaccinated. So again, thank you to all the community and religious leaders that are here today. Thank you to members of the ethnic press in New South Wales who are here today. Now what I will do is answer just a few questions, and then Dr. Lee will take over from me and answer the rest of the questions. But can I also take this opportunity to welcome and thank the New South Wales Health Minister, Minister Brad Hazzard, the Chief Medical Officer of New South Wales, Dr. Kerry Chant, Dr. Harry Haranath, who is Chair of Multiculturalism New South Wales. And of course, please know that today we're also offering the community and religious leaders that are here today to have access to any information they need or you need to pass on to your communities in various locations across the state. So I'll just take a couple of questions now and then hand over to Dr. Lee. And then obviously we're going to go and continue our day and continue our messaging. And a number of people here have booked their appointments, so we can't miss them at their appointments and make sure that they get their vaccinations in a safe and timely way. So I'll just take a couple of questions and then I'll hand over to Dr. Lee if there's anyone with questions. If no questions, that's okay, even better. Later. Yeah. Anyone from the ethnic media with a question? I might actually now ask, I actually have to go with just a few people to the next event, but I will ask Dr. Lee and the other community leaders to stay here and continue on with the conversation. And I just want to thank you all again for your presence and say that the ethnic press has just as important role as I do or Dr. Chant does in getting out the message, and we really, really appreciate your efforts. As you know, I've already had the first dose. I'm having my second dose in early June. My mother, who's 81, has already had her first dose and is looking forward to her second one. So we are encouraging everybody to come out in a safe way. It is the vaccine. If the vaccines weren't safe, they wouldn't be offered. So we want to make sure that everybody gets those messages. Thank you so much, and thank you for helping us get out those messages. So I'll let Dr. Lee now come and say a few words. I have to take Dr. Chant and Minister Hazzard and a few leaders with me to the next event, but everybody else will be here to support us getting out the important messages. Thank you so much, everybody. All the best.
Well, thank you very much, Premier. And can I start off by thanking all the community and religious leaders today. As the Premier said, what we want to do is get out the message, and we're asking the community leaders to say, have your vaccination now. Vaccinations are safe. Vaccinations protect the individual from getting any terrible COVID-19. Vaccinations are right no matter what background you're from, whether you're born in Australia, no matter what religion or where you're from. Vaccinations are important to keep our community safe, keep the individuals safe. It's a wonderful opportunity today to see a demonstration, and that's why it's so important for the guys behind me to come out and show to their communities that vaccinations by actually doing. Can I say that if you're over 50, book into one of our centres, over 100 different centres. Go to nsw.gov.au to book in. Over 50, you'll get an appointment straight away. You can book in online, and in 12 weeks' time, then go for your second shot of AstraZeneca. For those of you who are 40 to 49, you can go on the website and then you'll put in a queue that you'll get your Pfizer vaccine over time when that becomes available. But it's a very efficient system. We're here at Homebush today. Over 5,400 people this week in one day have been vaccinated here. We'll continue to roll out those vaccinations as time goes on. Now, is there any questions? You guys are really nice.
You are lucky.
Now, Bishop, would you like to say something?
Oh, sure.
We'll get a few of the good people to say things, the community leaders.
Thank you, Minister Lee. Good morning, everyone. My name is Bishop Vincent. I'm here to represent the Catholic Church in Western Sydney. And it's a great honour for me to take part in this New South Wales government multicultural vaccination opportunity with the Premier and the Minister for Multiculturalism, New South Wales, who happens to be my local MP in Parramatta as well. Yes, I think it's an important step in keeping us safe and in enabling us to get back to some sort of normality, this vaccination program. And I understand that some members of the community, including the Catholic community, have concerns about the ethical nature of the origin of some of the vaccines. But ethicists and moral theologians, including Catholic theologians, have examined these concerns, and they have all reassured us that it is safe, it is responsible to take the vaccine. So even Pope Francis said that Catholics can accept the vaccine with the clear conscience. So I would encourage everyone, certainly members of my congregation, to go to a vaccination center like this one here, roll up your sleeve and get a jab. And in so doing, we not only keep ourselves safe, but also promote the common good and keep the community safe as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Do you want to say something?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pandit Ramchandra Traya from Hindu clergy. I'm the current president holding office in Hindu community. I just wanted to encourage all my religious members and the community to go ahead and have this vaccination. As I just wanted to quote one simple thing, if anybody is holding back for other than the medical reasons, and in terms of ethical and religious reasons, I can very well assure, according to the scriptures, it is forbidden if you are the carrier and spreading pandemic to people. So that is the greatest sin. Rather, if you could have those vaccine and if it can prevent you from being a carrier, and that is the wise thing and the righteous thing to do according to the scripture as well. So I assure that on that note, and I thank you, all of you, for being here. And I thank the Minister and the Premier and the State Health Department in providing such a state-of-the-art provisions and facilities for members to have. And I really would like to encourage all of my community members to have the vaccination as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Now, does anyone else want to say something on behalf of their communities?
Good morning, I'm Rabbi Elton from the Great Synagogue, and I'm here because I think we all have to realise that we won't be safe either within our state or within our country, and we won't be able to see our friends and family who live overseas until there's a very high vaccination rate. We've seen from events in Victoria over the last few days that until there's a high rate of vaccination, the virus can come back at any stage, leading not only to ill health or worse, God forbid, but certainly a great deal of disruption and hardship for individuals. So it's so important that everyone cooperates fully with the vaccination program, comes forward, gets the vaccination as soon as they can, and that's why I'm here today and enthusiastically supporting the vaccination program.
Thank you, Rabbi. Anyone else want to say something on behalf of their community?
So I'm Darren Bark, I'm the CEO of the Jewish Board of Deputies, and we just heard from Rabbi Elton about the importance of vaccinating. It's not only good for you, it's good for your family and it's good for your community. I've had both of my vaccines. It was quick, it was easy, and it's effective. The message really is clear. For additional peace of mind and to protect you and your community, please go out and get vaccinated. It was really great to be here with Rabbi Elton and Rabbi Mordechai to be able to get those vaccinations done and with the broader community. And we thank the Premier and we thank the Minister for organising this today. Thank you.
I think number one, we have to thank our federal and state government in the policy and to overcome this difficult problem of COVID. And so far, Australia has been doing very well in this matter. And today we are entering into the new step by having people vaccinated. And it is very important that everyone get vaccinated on time. Therefore, we do encourage every members of the community to take up this initiative taken by the government, and it is free of charge. So people should not hesitate in taking up the vaccination. And may I say a few words in my language?
Absolutely.
Iya, pada hari ini saya ingin menganjurkan kepada semua masyarakat yang berbahasa Melayu, bahasa Indonesia, bahwa polisi pemerintah Australia untuk vaksinasi ini adalah sangat bagus sekali. Karena itu jangan ragu-ragu sedikit pun untuk Anda semuanya mengambil dan mengikuti vaksinasi ini, karena ini adalah untuk kepentingan kita semuanya, untuk kepentingan setiap member dari masyarakat dan orang yang tinggal di Australia. Dari itu bergegaslah cepat-cepat untuk mengikuti dan mengambil vaksin ini. This is to I encourage everybody to take up this offer which is taken by the government. Do not hesitate. It is for our own interest and the interest of all people in Australia. Thank you very much.
Let me just one more, and then we have to go and get vaccinated.
नमस्कार, मैं अपनी रीजनल लैंग्वेज में कहना कुछ चाहता हूँ। अपने श्री मंदिर जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया का सबसे पहला मंदिर है, और उनका उत्तरदायित्व तो भी इतना ही है जितना गवर्नमेंट का है कि हम उस कम्युनिटी को सर्व कर सके। और मेरे तरफ से और हमारी पूरी ब्राह्मण टीम की तरफ से मैं सबको प्रार्थना कर सकता हूं कि आप सब लोग वैक्सीन के लिए आगे आइए, और हम लोग उस वैक्सीन लेकर इस महामारी के समय में हम अपने जीवों की रक्षा कर सके। इससे बड़ा उत्तम कार्य कोई नहीं हो सकता। इसलिए कोई भी संशय ना करते हुए आप सब लोग इस वैक्सीनेशन को लीजिए। और जिस प्रकार न्यू साउथ वेल्स गवर्नमेंट एंड मेडिकल टीम दिन रात काम करती है, साइंटिस्टों ने बहुत काम किया इसके पर, उनकी ये मेहनत को हम महामारी से बाहर निकलने का जो मौका मिला है उसको गंवाइए नहीं। और सबसे अच्छी तरह से हम जिस तरह संस्कृति के लिए जाने जाते हैं उस मानव संस्कृति की रक्षा करें। नमस्कार, धन्यवाद।
See, that was actually he's a priest, officiating priest from the first Hindu temple established in New South Wales, and he requested through his language, to the community, that there isn't any harm in taking the vaccine, and he encourages everyone to take the vaccine. And also, it is, as I explained in the beginning, that it is encouraged from the scripture. You be the if not be the protector, at least be the arrester of all those spreading viruses by taking the viral infections. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, guys. We might finish it off there. We're going to go and get vaccinated. All right. Thank you.
Australia's first Indian magazine to have a national reach, Indus Age is the largest circulated South Asian magazine in Australia with 5 simultaneous editions, 55,000 copies printed monthly, 220,000 readers, largest network of clients, undisputed leader in community news. Indus Age is circulated in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Brisbane and Perth to over 525 outlets. Grab your copy now to get the latest on the community, news from India, Bollywood, music and much more. For more info, log on to www.indusage.com.au.